We'll get started with Mark Narducci for Coach. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, Doc, you've talked about playing fast before, not necessarily meaning transition, but do you think that's why you're getting so many open shots? It seems like you're beating the other teams down the floor.
Yeah, Mark, we find our pace each night. We know we think we know what our pace is. But it's been great. We're putting so much pressure on the defense that we can strike early. The floor is wide open for Ben to get into the paint and create action. That's what we want. Ben's doing that. When it's not there, we have Joel on the post. The two areas that I think that we've been really good at is, number one, we get the ball up the floor with Ben, and he's fine shooters. Number two, we throw the ball to Joel on the post, and every time they trap, our spacing overall has been terrific, and we're getting threes. If we can keep doing those two things, it's hard to guard us.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go next to Paul Hudrick. You're up, Paul.
Hey, Doc. There was a play in the opener where Tobias, you thought he should have dunked the ball, and then he has a play like he does tonight where he just really explodes to the rim and finishes with authority. How encouraging is that for you to see? And just overall his play over the last couple games?
It's been great. I mean, you can see it. I think he had one play, and he actually scored on it, which I almost didn't want him to, was the ISO he had late in the game, because that's where we don't run, really. We like his quick action play. He's making quicker decisions. He knows where guys are at when he goes. So he's been absolutely wonderful.
Next question from Jason Blevins. Go ahead, Jason.
Hey, Doc, you've talked last Thursday about Joel manipulating defenses. Looked like he looked off defenders quite a few times in that first half. Is that part of what you're working on him with?
Yeah.
To recognize an open man with the second guy?
Yeah, we work on it every day. For the most part, I would say the first pass right in front of him is where we're looking. But because we're putting Seth there, or Danny Green there, or Tobias there, they're trying to take that away now, which actually helps us. Now he's looking off and throwing that skip pass, which leads to the corner three. So I just love that he knows now, if I can throw it to the first guy, something good's going to happen. If they take that away, something's better going to happen on the other side. I think Ben's doing a great job with his timing on the dives. Early on he was diving too early, and they were able to get him and get back off. Now his timing, he's taking someone with him. So I just like how we're doing it right now.
Michael Kasky-Blomain is next.
Switched up the defense in the second half a good amount, and it led to some turnover issues for you guys. What do you think was the main issue there for the offense in the second half?
Our lead. I really believe. Listen, they tried to go zone in the first half, and we scored a ton of points. One thing they did do that I thought gave us problems in the second was they pressed us a little bit, and we didn't handle it as well as we should have. But if a lot of our turnovers came, we had transition buckets where we're going for lobs. We're going for, that's a team with a big lead. That's a dangerous way to play. We'll watch that on film and correct that.
Let's go to Jeff Skaversky. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Doc, I know it's early in this season, but the way you played in Orlando, the way you shot tonight, how dangerous are you guys as an offense when you're shooting the ball like that?
When we're shooting the ball like that, we're dangerous. But we can every night. We have great shooters. And it just requires, Jeff, that we get to the right spots in spacing. And if we space right and just make the simple next pass, we'll keep getting those shots. Joel is a load to guard. And teams every night have to make a choice. One-on-one with Joel, or go help and open up our shooters. And those are two good options for us.
I know you weren't here for this last year, but when you maybe watch some film from last year, what this team was maybe missing to get them over the hump, do you feel like you have those pieces now with Green and Curry and allows Tobias to do more? And, as you guys had all 5 starters in double figures.
Yeah, listen, I don't know yet because it's still so early. I just know we're a good basketball team, Jeff. I know we're going to be a lot better. We got a lot of work to do, and our guys understand that. I tell them every day we do. And if we keep believing that, then, yeah, we're going to be a dangerous team.
Thank you.
Let's do 2 more questions for Coach. Rob Manoff and then Austin Krell. We'll start with Rob.
Hey, Doc, how you doing? The chemistry and the ball movement has looked really well over the past couple games. Do you think the team's a little ahead of schedule compared, with the short
Yeah,
offseason?
it's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Rob, you're right about that. We're moving the ball, and I don't know. I always say you're supposed to move the ball to the open guy. You know what I mean? Like, instead of trying to force it, just simple plays. If we keep it like that, we're going to keep getting better. So I would say in the last couple games, clearly, that's what I envision. I don't know if we're there yet, though, if you want me to be honest.
Thank you, Coach.
Last question. Go ahead, Austin.
Hey, Doc. So I recall previously you talked about how you sort of define paint scores as not necessarily points in the paint, but points generated from attacking the paint. Can you sort of talk about how that played a factor tonight and what you saw out of that?
Yeah, we had a ton of, you won't see it on the stat sheet, but I can't wait to look at our numbers. We had a ton of paint points tonight that all led to threes. Drives that led to threes, post-ups that led to threes. The ball starts in the paint and then works its way back out, opposed to starting looking at threes and working its way back in. We're trying to go into out. We're doing that. As long as we can take care of the ball, 22 turnovers is way too high tonight. We can take care of the ball, guys. We can score a lot of points.
Thank you.